Good morning students, welcome to LEELA'S tutorial. In today's lecture we will discuss about the stem cells, their properties and the types. Right? So here if you see, what do you mean by stems? Stem cells are nothing but the master cells, or you can call them as building blocks of organs, tissues, blood and immune system. That means they have ability to get transformed into any type of cells. Right? Coming to the properties of the stem cells. See here, the main first property is self-renewal. What do you mean by self-renewal? That means they themselves are able to divide and produce. That means stem cells will divide to produce stem cells only. That means they have self-renewal ability. And here, then you have the ability to regenerate into any type of cell. That means the complete body of an organism consists of different types of tissues, cells, everything. So these stem cells, actually the stem cells are undifferentiated cells. Right? They are undifferentiated cells. That means they don't have any function. Right? They don't have specific function. So here these undifferentiated cells will get transformed into differentiated cells to obtain specific function. In such a way, the stem cells will divide to produce different types of cells which are present in a complete organism. Right? Another property is they don't have any function. Right? Once they get differentiated, they attain function. When they are still as a stem cell, when stem cells are renewal, that means they are able to divide and produce stem cells only, they remain as undifferentiated cells. But once they get differentiated, they attain some function and transform into any type of another type of cells. Right? And they don't have any structure. Next property is the potency to become specialized cell. That means, what do you mean by potency? It is the ability of the cell. So these stem cells are having ability to get transformed into specialized cells. So what do you mean by specialized cells? Which have certain or specific function. Right? So the specialized cells, when they are getting transformed, what happens? Now these cells form the tissues and form the specific organs. Right? So here these are the main properties of the stem cells, where the first property is they have self-renewal, and second property is they have ability to get transformed into any type of cell present in the organism, and the third one is they don't have any function and the structure. Once they attain the function, they get transformed into specialized cells. So if you come to the potency, this potency is nothing but the ability of the stem cells to get transformed into any type of cell present in the organs. So here it is classified into three types. The first one is totipotency, the second one is unipotency, and the next one is pluripotency. Right? So here, when they have this ability, the cells with the totipotency are referred as totipotent cells, or totipotent stem cells, or unipotent stem cells. Here it is pluripotent stem cells. Right? So here still we are calling them as stem cells. That means they have ability to get differentiated. Right? They have ability to divide and get differentiated into different types of cells. So first we will see the totipotent cells. Right? The totipotent cells has the totipotency effect. Right? Due to this totipotency effect, they have ability to, or you can say totipotency is an ability of a single cell to get transformed into a complete organism. Right? So the single stem cell will differentiate to form all the types of organs, tissues, everything present in the organism. So totipotency is referred as the ability of the single cell to get transformed into a complete organism. Is that clear? So coming to the next one, unipotency. Right? The unipotency property is observed in unipotent cells. Unipotent, the name itself refers that they have ability to produce only one type of cell. Right? So for example, you have germ-line stem cells where they can produce only the sperm cells, not any other cells. So they are unipotent or they have unipotency effect, right? Then another example, you can see the epithelial stem cells where they can give rise to only the skin cells. Only one type of cells can be produced by these epithelial stem cells. So they are referred as unipotent stem cells, right? Then next coming to the pluripotency. Pluripotency, or we can also call them as precursor cells, because here see they are able to develop into an specialized cells, right? Then the specialized cells will get transformed into an multipotent cells, or you can say the multipotency effect is observed, where those cells are able to produce different types of cells present in the organism. So here you can say the pluripotency, it is the ability of the cell to develop into a specialized and multipotent cells, right, which in turn will result in formation of complete organism. Is it clear? See here, in case of totipotency and the pluripotency, they divide and differentiate to form a complete organism. Whereas in case of unipotency, they are able to produce only single type of cells, but not the complete organism or any different cell lineages. Is that clear? So next coming to the, see here, when the egg cell during fertilization process, when the egg cell is getting fertilized with the sperm, it results in formation of an zygote. Then zygote starts developing. So here you can see it is a 4-cell stage where you can see the 4 cells. See, even now these cells after fertilization, we say that zygote is a single cell where it is having an ability to transform into complete organism or the complete baby, right? So that means the zygote is having an totipotency, right? Or you can say zygote is an totipotent cell where it is having ability to divide and differentiate to form a complete organism. Is that clear? So here you can see the 4-cell stage, then the cells divide to form 8 cells, then from here it is the blastocyst stage where you can see the outer lining of blastomere cells with the mass of cells in the center, right? So even here you have certain stem cells in this mass, and here the cells are getting differentiated. So once they start getting differentiated, right? So now you can't call these as stem cells now, because the stem cells or the totipotency effect is getting lost, right? Now they have entered into pluripotency, right? Now the totipotency, that means stem cells can produce stem cells, we said, right? Self-renewal. So here the self-renewal is not observed. If you want to extract the stem cells for your culture process, you can collect these mass of cells from the blastocyst stage. Okay, so here after this stage, the cells will undergo differentiation process. Now you call them as pluripotent cells. Here you can call them as totipotent cells, whereas coming here the cells have got differentiated into 3 different types of precursor cells, right? So the first one, the outermost layer of cells is referred as ectoderm cells. The middle layer is the mesoderm and the innermost layer is the endoderm. So here now the complete organism after fertilization, the sufficient number of cell divisions has occurred, then it has entered into the blastocyst stage. Now the differentiation process has produced 3 different layers of cells where each layer will undergo further differentiation, or they attain the multipotency where they can produce all different types of cells which are present in that particular organism. So this is the mesoderm, endoderm and the ectoderm, where they divide and redivide and get differentiated to form a complete organism. So each and every layer will have some specific function. That means they have transformed into specialized cells, then followed by multipotent cells. Now each and every layer will do its function, and they result in production of different types of cells, tissues, organs, blood, everything present in a complete organism. Right? So here if you see the ectoderm, mainly it results in production of or formation of your skin cells and the nerve cells. Whereas the mesoderm, here it is the skeletal muscles, tubules, RBCs, heart and kidney cells. So here you can see they are able to produce the cells which are present and also the complete organ. That means here the cells are having pluripotency. From here they attain the multipotency. The totipotent cells are getting developed into pluripotent, and the pluripotent cells further into multipotent cells, where all these cells or all the three layers are involved to form all the required cells and the organs present in the body. So you can see here the endoderm results in the formation of respiratory tract, pancreas, liver, gastrointestinal cells, endocrine glands and all. Right? So all these cells present in the organism or the complete baby will result in the formation of that complete organism without any defect. Right? That means here the totipotency plays an important role, where it has ability to get transformed into a complete organism. So here you can see stem cells. We are saying the stem cells are having ability to get transformed into the stem cells or into a complete organism. So nowadays you have stem cell banks where you are going to store the stem cells during the birth of the child, and for further years when they are cryopreserved in the stem cell bank, they can be used whenever required. If the child or the person after few years, if he needs his own cells, so he need not go for the donors, he can take his own stem cells from the stem cell bank and he can go for the production of that particular tissue or the cells. And here the stem cells are again classified into two types, that is embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. So you have embryonic stem cells. The name itself represents that these stem cells are present in the embryo, whereas here it is the adult stem cells. There also the name itself mentions that it is present in the adult. So it is not that the stem cells are present only in the embryo, but also they are present in the complete organism or in the adult stem cells or the any other adult organism. Right? So regarding this embryonic stem cells and the adult stem cells, where they are produced, what is their occurrence and how they are cultured, we will see in the next lecture. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment box and subscribe for further lectures.